Good evening, my 7th class बच्चों, along with 7th class, 8th class, 9th class and 10th class students also welcome to this session, because this session we are dealing with the subject science and the topic is acids and bases. It's a very important topic. I would like to listen the video till end and also try to make questions out of it by your own. And acids and bases given in our textbook, our state textbook, but whereas when you look after into CBSE textbooks, NCERT textbooks of 7th standard, there is one more topic included in it, call it as salts. If we take even that topic salt, then I think it is very easy for us to cover CBSE and ICSE syllabus also. So our topic is acids, bases and salts. Before starting this session, I want you to listen the video carefully till end and try to extract as many as questions you can and also articulate the answers of those questions by your own. When you look after CBSE textbooks and our state textbooks, there are 40 to 50 questions available, but I want you to form questions after listening this video. And this video is going to be in two parts. I mean, the complete topic acids, bases and salts is concluded in 2 or 3 parts. So the first part we are going to start now. Let us start. Our topic is acids, bases and salts. The topics what we are going to cover under this acids, bases and salts are acids, bases, indicators, neutralization, salts. The 5 topics we are going to cover. So out of 5, maybe 2 or 3 topics are going to be in your first video and remaining part will be in second video. And third video is purely based on IIT Foundation concept of the same topic called acids, bases and salt. Shall we start now? Great. The question comes always in your mind. Why you need to know about acids and bases, first thing. How the acids and bases are going to play an important role in our life. And third, where do we find them? Let us come. See, I'll give you the definition, then I'll tell you where do you find these acids and bases. First, if you go to these acids, acid is a word derived from a Latin word called acere, means sour in taste. The substances which are acidic in nature are always sour in taste. They are called acids. Example, how we are going to encounter acids in our day-to-day life. I'll give you certain examples to that. You know, lemons, oranges. Lemons and oranges are acidic in nature. See, there are substances what we use in our day-to-day lives. Either they are acidic in nature or they are basic in nature. And of course, can be any other substance which are neither acidic in nature nor basic in nature? Yes, of course we have. We have substance like sugar. You take salt, water. These are the substances. They are neither acids nor base. Means these substances are neither in basic in nature nor in acidic in nature. They are neutral. So these are the examples: sugar, salt and water are neutral substances. They are neither acidic in nature nor basic in nature. Remember this. Let us come back to our subject. As I told you, lemons and oranges are acidic in nature because they contain acid called citric acid. That is why lemons and oranges are called citrus fruits. Let me explain. Lemons, oranges are called citrus fruit because they contain citric acid. You know vinegar. We use vinegar as an ingredient in our many recipes. This vinegar is also acidic in nature because it contains an acid called acetic acid. Vinegar, acetic acid. There are many substances we use in our day-to-day life which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. For example, if you take soft drinks, we know what are soft drinks like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Thumbs Up. These soft drinks are also contain an acid called carbonic acid. They are acidic in nature. Carbonic acids. You know spinach. We even eat spinach. Spinach is acidic in nature because it contains an acid called oxalic acid. Spinach contains oxalic acid. And even we eat curd. Curd is also acidic in nature because it contains an acid called lactic acid. There are many substances we use in our day-to-day life which are acidic in nature. These are certain examples of substances we use in our day-to-day life which are acidic in nature. So I'll just repeat it. What is acid? Acid is a word derived from a Latin word called acere, means sour in taste. This is what. And you know, our body needs proteins. Proteins are also made up of acids called amino acids. Remember, amino acids. And when you think about the process of digestion, the stomach contains an acid called hydrochloric acid. The stomach contains an acid called hydrochloric acid. Due to this acidic medium, the enzyme pepsins become active, which helps food to digest. Okay, so these are the certain acids, certain examples I have given you to understand what are acids. So acids are the substances which are sour in taste. Now let's go to bases. What are bases? We know bleaching powder, baking soda, cooking soda, soaps, what we use. These are all called bases. They are basic in nature. They are bitter in taste and soapy to touch. The substances which are bitter in taste and soapy to touch is soapy in touch. You call it as bases. Then how are you going to distinguish between acids and bases? You mean to say by taste? If it is sour in taste, then you call it as acid. When it is bitter in taste, you call it as basic in nature. Is it possible to taste all acids and bases? No, I think it's a very bad idea, because many acids and many bases are very harmful to our body. So there are certain kinds of indicators which assures you or which makes you to distinguish between the acids and bases. That we are going to study under the topic called indicators. Before that, I'll tell you one more thing. Bases, as I told you, baking soda, right? Bases. Bitter in taste. The substances which are bitter in taste. Soapy in touch are called the substances which are basic in nature. See, as acids and bases are actually opposite to each other. Example, I'll tell you. Whenever you eat a junk food or whenever you have more food than your regular quantity, you feel a kind of acidity. You suffer from acidity. What does it mean? As I told you, the stomach contains hydrochloric acid. When the concentration of hydrochloric acid increases, then you start feeling acidity. You start suffering from acidity. So you use a tablets called antacid tablets, right? Antacid. Antacids are the tablets. You call it as Digene, Gelusil. We use it to overcome acidic problem. What are antacids? Antacids are the tablets which are made up of by a substance which are basic in nature. Like you have aluminum hydroxide, you have, right, calcium carbonate, you have magnesium hydroxide. These substances are basic in nature. So when we use the tablets made up of the substance which are basic in nature, it will work as antacids, that it will decreases the excess level of hydrochloric acid what you got it due to having junk food and other stuff. So we have studied what are acids and what are bases. So bases are also known as, I'll tell you, known as alkaline. In ancient period of time, bases called as alkaline. The alkaline word derived from an Arabic word called alkali. Alkali means ashes of a saltwort plant. So alkaline means ashes of saltwort plant. Grows in salt marshes. Salt marshes. What do you mean by salt marshes? The grassland near the coastal areas regularly flooded by a seawater are called salt marshes. In ancient period of time, bases are called as alkaline. These alkalines, actually the word derived from an Arabic word called alkali, means ashes of saltwood plant. And this saltwood plant grows in salt marshes. What do you mean by salt marshes? Salt marshes are the grassland. It grows near the coastal areas which are regularly flooded by a seawater. It is not possible to find it out or to distinguish between acids and bases by only tasting it, because it's a bad idea. It's not a good idea, because many substances which are very harmful to our body, to our health. So it is not possible you to distinguish only by tasting substances and to find out whether it is acidic in nature or basic in nature. There are some other ways through which we can easily find it out, the acidic nature and basic nature of a substance. You call them as indicators. So we'll go to the topic called indicators. Indicators you have two. One you call it as natural indicators, and another one is chemical compound indicators. Under natural indicators, we use a China rose, we use turmeric, and litmus test. These are the things you call it as natural indicators. By using a China rose, we can easily distinguish between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. And turmeric is also a natural indicator which we use to distinguish between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. And similarly, there is one more thing, you call it as litmus test. We'll come to this. Now, chemical compound indicators, we use one substance called phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein substance, you refer it as pH. This pH has taken from this and here. This is a short form, pH. This chemical compound, we use it as indicators to distinguish between the substance which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. We'll study this in the next session. Now we'll go to these natural indicators: China rose, turmeric and litmus test. First we'll go to this litmus test. We know litmus paper, that is a strip, litmus paper strip, in two different colors. One is in red color, another one is in blue color. How the litmus paper is formed? Let us study. What is litmus? Litmus is a dye. Litmus is a dye obtained from lichens. What are lichens? Lichens are symbiotic association of algae and fungi. I'll repeat it again. What is litmus? Litmus is a dye obtained from lichens, which you are going to see on the bark of trees. So what is lichen? Lichen is symbiotic association of algae and fungi. So this is a kind of powder we mix with the water. Litmus is highly soluble in water. So we mix litmus into a water and we make it paste. When this paste is pasted on a filter paper, then it becomes a litmus paper. It's a very simple. So litmus papers are formed by litmus powder, which is extracted from lichens which are present on the bark of trees. What are lichens? Lichens are the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. Now, I'll tell you how you are going to conduct a test, litmus indicator test, so that you can easily distinguish between substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. Let us go. There are two litmus paper strips. One is in red color, another one is in, say, blue color. So how are you going to test so that you can easily distinguish or differentiate between the substance which are acidic in nature and the substance which are basic in nature? Whenever a blue litmus paper dipped in acid, the dipped portion of litmus paper turns into red. And when the red litmus paper dipped into the substance which are basic in nature, then the dipped portion turns into blue. So red litmus turns into blue in basis, and blue litmus turns into red in acidic nature. So what happens if you dip red litmus paper in acidic nature? The color doesn't changes, right? In that way, you have to use both. One time you have to use red litmus paper, and second time you have to use second color litmus paper, and you can easily differentiate between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. So these are the method. I'll repeat it again. In acid, your blue litmus paper turns into red, and in basis, your red litmus turns into blue. So how are you going to remember this? Blue basis, both B, blue basis. Remember that. In that way you can easily understand it. Turmeric indicators. The same process when you mix turmeric with water and make it a paste and rub it on a filter paper, you get it a turmeric paper strip, which is used to distinguish between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. Now I'll just explain here. When you dip into the substance which are acidic in nature, you are not going to see any change. There is no change in color. But whereas when you dip turmeric filter paper in basis, then you see a change in color. The yellow color changes into dark red in color. When we dip turmeric paper strip into acid, there is no change in color. So when we dip turmeric paper strip into basis, the dipped portion color changes into dark red. The third natural indicator distinguish between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature is your China rose. So you all know what is China rose. Use the petals of China rose, keep those petals of China rose into a warm water for certain period of time, then that solution becomes red in color. Use that red in color solution as a natural indicator to differentiate between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. So you got a solution which is red in color. You take a substance which is acidic in nature in one beaker, and you take another the substance which is basic in nature in another. Use these drops when you put few drops of this indicator solution, China rose indicator solution in acid. The color of this acid changes into dark pink. It changes into dark pink. And when you pour a few drops of natural indicator of China rose into the substance which is basic in nature, then the color of the substance changes into green. That's how you are going to distinguish between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. This is a summary part. See, while doing a litmus test, in acid your blue litmus paper turns into red, and in base your red litmus paper turns into blue. And for turmeric solution, or you can say turmeric paper, when we dip into acid there is no change in color, but when we dip into the substance which are basic in nature, the yellow color changes into dark red. Then coming to a China rose indicator test. China rose solution, we have made here solution. When you add China rose indicator solution to acid, the color changes from red color to dark pink. And when you use China rose indicator solution in the substance which are basic in nature, then the red color changes into green. So these are natural indicators where you can easily distinguish between the substances which are acidic in nature and basic in nature. So this is your video part 1 for this topic, acids, bases and salts. Just go through a complete video again and again and try to form questions by yourself and also articulate answers by yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay healthy and stay happy. Thank you.